not quite honest. We should propagate this idea and say, let us go indigenous, let us go original.
Okay.
So that people are back to where they are. This idea of food is not there.
Yeah.
in Kanu, food is not there. In Migo.
Now that's the chorus now.
Yeah. Tumbuki mama, binana rumba, bainina, tumbuki mama, binana rumba, bainina, tumbuki mama.
Wow. I had an opportunity to think of why people are suffering. Just in time, I got somebody who wished to explain this to me. So I took it to myself to travel to that particular place on foot to meet this old man who was going to give me the story why there is a shift in the way we live, both health-wise and even our food situation. So I want you to watch this particular content so that you can enjoy why people are suffering in today's world. It is very, very much normal to find great stories in any community. Remember, my valuable viewers, when I was starting this particular channel, I promised you that I'll be giving you stories behind the stories, inspiration talk, health matters, food security, and even great stories that you have never heard before. Even if you have heard about them, then I'll give you opportunity to have another chance to hear these great stories. Welcome and thank you so much for always considering tuning into your most favorite online TV channel. My name is Julius and this is Public Desire Media TV. First of all, I always like to take the first opportunity to welcome all of you, my valuable viewers, who have considered subscribing to Public Desire Media TV. And if you are yet to subscribe to this particular channel, please make it a point to subscribe today, because for only one single reason, this is the only channel that you get an opportunity to watch and enjoy great content, which is exact, accurate, specific, and relevant to make you a great person in whatever you do. And today, I'm in Kisumu County. I'm hosting one of the greatest elders who is going to give us a story behind the story. You may have heard of certain traditional meals. You may have heard of certain traditional medicines which made those people who were born before us to be who they are today. They are great people, they are very intelligent, and they are very energetic. So we want to know, what are these things which these people used to do that we, the current generation, are not doing right? This is Lost Files. So before I take the opportunity to welcome the guest today, let me also welcome those who are watching my channel for the first time. Please feel at home, welcome. This is Public Desire Media TV. So let me take the great opportunity to welcome my guest. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Facing the camera, kindly
Mr. Wino, good afternoon.
Thank you so much. Facing the camera, kindly introduce yourself to my audience.
Yes. I myself by name is James Eliud Odhiambo.
Thank you. So I'm going to refer you as elder. I'm not going to mention your name because of the African tradition. We are not allowed to mention the names of those people who were born before us. So I'm going to refer you as elder. So allow me to introduce you throughout this particular interview as an elder.
Yes.
So elder, we have seen certain things which are not being done right by the current generation.
Yes.
So I've given them opportunity to watch this channel so that they also learn what is this that you used to do right, that we, the current generation, are not doing right in terms of health and food. Now, I want to know something regarding health, because this is something which concerns human concern. What is it that you used to take as medicine as compared to us who are living currently? Because we see that the traditional medicine have been left behind. People have come into the new way of doing health.
Yes.
Is it something that you will wish to share with us, that this is how you used to treat yourself before coming to the topic of food security?
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Let me begin by making this observation, that there is a disconnect between what we call, you know, contemporary education and traditional education. Education is not necessarily confined to schools. Education is what we have received of value that belongs to any given community and can propel that community in any way. That becomes education. But there is a disconnect between contemporary and traditional education. And when the white man came here, his interest was not to develop traditional education in any manner, be it in the arts, be it in the sciences, like health, agriculture, and so on. What he wanted was to propel his own ideology from their own industrial setup, put it here, and then suppress our traditional activities. That suppression was the suppression of important educational content. This disconnect has continued. We have not opened our minds to know that within us, within our local environment, in terms of health and in terms of food or agriculture, we can develop ourselves by going back into our roots and finding out exactly what used to happen. When you look around here, look at my home compound. I have preserved the many indigenous trees, and the many indigenous shrubs are not just uprooted anyhow. Reason, all these contain medicinally what we may need in terms of health. Siala here, the tree called Siala.
Oh, yes.
That one you see near the banana. Okay?
Yeah.
That's medicine itself. Things like this cane, that is medicine. We have what we call Millet, that is medicine. I preserve others like what do we call it? Manual ombasani.
Yes.
Manual ombasani.
Yeah.
All those are medicine.
Yes.
And when they are used from the roots to the backs to the leaves, those concoctions are enough to wash your body system. I have lost teeth here because I was also disconnected. I should have continued to use those things and my teeth would have been intact.
Oh, yes. So that means that the disconnect is what is causing
All
various health
yes,
problems that we're
health
having.
problems.
Okay.
If we make concoctions from in our traditional pots, drink those concoctions boiled or even just smashed on our stones, cleaned enough. Take them as
Medicinal herbs.
medicinal herbs. Those ones will assist us a great deal.
So if I can take some few points
But
from...
I will just allow
Okay,
me to
okay.
say something.
Okay.
We cannot rule out the importance of what the white men brought around, but we need to connect the two.
Okay.
Our traditional medicinal roots, what we have around us, herbs and trees, and connect with contemporary medicine.
Oh, yes.
I was looking at an article from Gulu University in Uganda.
In Uganda, good. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Written by, available from the Nation newspaper 1 or 2 so years ago, written by two people, I remember their names. One, Dr. Patrick Ogwang, and another lady, Alice Lakwena.
Alice Lapen.
Yes, and they were deep into the research of traditional medicines. Maseno University should be doing the same. Rongo should be doing the same. Bondo should be doing the same. I am not making a statement about Dr. Patrick Ogwang of Gulu University and Alice Lakwena, haphazardly. It remains imprinted in my mind that they are advancing and we are not advancing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
You raised the other question.
I'm going to talk about what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
If it is possible to allow the traditional herbalists
Yes.
to have a platform in today's life whereby they can also participate health-wise to improve the health standards of the community. Is there a way you can put this point into perspective so that people can pick it from there?
Yes.
And see how you can amalgamate these traditional herbs into the formal, let me call it formal,
Yes.
this formal education system,
Yes.
so that they can also teach the coming generation of the importance of the traditional herbalist.
Yes.
Is there a format, a platform you can create, you as people who are born before us?
That question
Yeah.
is full of bureaucracy.
Okay.
This bureaucratic barrier between universities and the common world should be broken
It
down.
should be broken. I get you.
Yes.
I really get you now, I understand. Viewers, if you are watching this particular content and you like it up to this moment, don't forget to give it a like, share this particular comment as many times. I'd like to know what you think about this particular video. We are having a candid talk with one of the elders of this particular region. He is telling us of the importance of traditional medicine and where we have gone wrong, and call this lost files. Now, as we continue, those people who are new in this channel, this is Public Desire Media TV. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please make it a point to subscribe to Public Desire Media TV so that you can have an opportunity to continue watching many of this kind of content. Now, we have talked about
Let
medicine.
me say
Okay.
something.
Yes.
That bureaucratic barrier
Yes.
between our so-called universities and the traditional ground here should be broken down.
Yes.
The late Okot Bitek, for example, who wrote 2 books of strength. That was Song of Lawino
Lawino.
and Song of Prisoner. Another one was Song of Malaya. But I have not read Song of Malaya.
Song of
I've read Song of Lawino
Lawino, Solomon.
and
Of
Song of Prisoner.
Yeah.
Okot Bitek wrote that book with, a poetic approach that was very African. It was not the poetic approach as dictated by Shakespeare's, Geoffrey Chaucer's, and so on. He broke the barrier between what our universities should be doing and what those other Western universities should be doing. And that's why I say we must break those barriers. When the Ngugis wrote books like The River Between,
The River Between.
or Weep Not Child, or A Grain of Wheat, they broke ranks with the contemporary, authors like Charles Dickens and so on from the Western world. And they evolved their works in the settings of African, narrative styles and content. And that is why our content in health should also break barriers with formal or Western approaches and come to the ground and find out what about our herbs, what do they contain. They have the machinery to look at the medicinal content of what we call medicine, like the ogakas and so on, and then use their machineries to know what dose, what do they do precisely, and bring us herbs the way the Chinese, the Indians, and the Japanese are doing.
Yes. I understand the Chinese and the Indians have got their own ways of medicinal herbs.
Yes.
Now, is it possible to bring this into the university syllabus?
Very, very possible.
Very possible.
And you approach the county government, they have health as a devolved component.
Yes.
Let them focus and put finances into the universities. Take our youth to China, India, and Japan to study herbal medical preparations. Bring that here Let them get whatever technology they can get from those countries so that we have what we can, make as ours from here. Because our natural environment here contains different herbs and medicinal, things that are not available in India.
Exactly.
Yes, so our counties must break barriers with thinking that Russia as a big building block is where medicine is available and is where treatment is available. God gave us a natural hospital around us here. We must exploit that natural hospital.
Exactly.
Thank you.
I get your point.
Yes.
Now, as we wind up this particular issue of the health,
Yes.
before I move into the topic of about food security,
Yes.
because you remember when I was doing this particular content, I had something in mind. We want to relate food and health, because what we eat is what reflects in our health. Now, let us talk about the food that we eat right now,
Yes.
the kind of food that we consume right now.
Yes.
Does it have any effect on how we do our things on daily basis?
Oh, please. God gave us very many types of food. He gave the Israelites wheat. He gave the Mexicans, who are actually Spaniards, he gave them the avocado. God gave the coastal areas of Africa, tropical coastal areas, he gave them cooking oil in form of coconut. We here, in our local environment, God gave us sorghum. Sorghum, a very primary cereal. God gave us the finger millet, another cereal. God gave us, of course, maize came from Mexico.
Yes.
The word oduma should be coming from the Mexican.
Oduma is a Mexican language?
Yes.
Okay.
Duma.
Duma.
Yes.
So viewers, Oduma in my native
I should
language.
think so. Let me be a bit cautious, but I think so.
Yeah, Oduma in my native language means maize.
Maize.
So if you are from my community, you know Oduma means maize. So it's come from Duma.
Yes.
Duma is a Mexican word.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
I think so.
Yes.
I very much think so, because maize was not really with us.
Yes.
It is an import because of the explorations of the
African
Portuguese,
yes.
the Spaniards, the English, and the other Western worlds.
Okay.
They brought theirs here. But I have talked of sorghum, I have talked of finger millet. The cassava is another one. The sweet potato is another one. Now let us look at it this way. If you look at the sorghum called bell in Duluo, sorghum, if well planted and well managed, one cluster that carries about 6, 7, 8 plant heads will be harvested 3 times
In a season.
in a season. 3 times. You harvest the very first one, but if you put in our cow dungs and urine and so on into your shamba very well, the second harvest will be almost double what you harvested first. You merely wait for the rain.
I get.
The third harvest will be there. Then you will, cut it down. Meanwhile, the first harvest was feeding your livestock. The stalks from which you removed the grain
The stalks, yes.
was feeding your livestock. The second harvest will also feed your livestock. The third harvest will feed your livestock, apart from what you have as grass.
Oh, yes.
And that is already enough grass. If we bring in other concentrates manufactured by our factories, we have a very healthy base on which now to produce milk from our cattle. That is sorghum. Then we come to finger millet, called Kal
Carl, in Luo language.
in Luo language. Kal does not need a lot of much manure. In fact, this problem of maize here, which needs DAP, needs CAN, is not contained in the sorghum and millet factor.
I get.
He knew that he must gift the African with these things so that the African eats easy. and becomes healthy.
Healthy.
You see, and the nutritional content of bell and sorghum is much higher than the white maize we have here. So, Carl was
Which is the finger millet.
finger millet.
Yes.
You know, people confuse,
Yeah.
and they call finger millet sorghum.
Sorghum.
Sorghum is bell with a white, sorry, with the sort of oval top,
Yeah.
or sometimes, you know, not necessarily oval, but it has a bigger top, much bigger top than finger millet. The finger millet at height is about only a meter from the ground. But that one, if you develop half an acre, my friend, you will be drinking porridge and making your corn from it that is of a much better nutritional content than the maize which we have here, and which requires a lot of nurturing in order for you to get your produce or your product.
So, if I may ask you.
So go to Bell,
Yes.
go to Carl. Let us go back there so that we don't have to spend a lot of money on what we call inputs. Yes. And our cattle, which we have fed on the stalks of those very plants, will give us enough mbolea, enough fertilizer to continue producing food.
There's a circle now.
Yes. Meanwhile, you develop patches of plots of potatoes, traditional potatoes, right? Of course, those ones came from abroad, but we have domesticated them.
Yes.
Keep those patches, including sorghum. Sorghum you should plant about 8 months before you planted bell. And when you harvest sorghum, you will be harvesting sorghum and millet. When you harvest the two, then you harvest cassava, and a blend of the three will
Make a
give
maize
you
flour.
very, very, very good corn. Meanwhile, you will be, you know,
You're
milking your cattle. And when you eat corn from bell and sorghum and cassava, my friend, just a little quantity this size, you are well fed and well energized throughout the day
Okay.
with milk.
Viewers, for those people who may not understand my native language, corn means maize flour.
Yes.
Maize flour meal. For those people who know corn, we mix cassava, finger millet, and what you have said? Millet.
Sorghum.
And sorghum.
Yes.
So you get a blend of these three
Yes.
products, then you get a lot of energy, which will make you very, very active throughout the day. So it means that there's a shift, the paradigm shift from the
From
local.
traditional
Yes.
to contemporary.
That
That
means-
paradigm shift
Yes.
is being done in a hesitant and elitist way. Today, if you go to the big hotels here, you will find people saying, I want corn bell and caul
Yes.
and traditional vegetables.
Yes.
But this is being, you know, not quite honest. We should propagate this idea and say, let us go indigenous, let us go original,
Okay.
so that people are back to where they are. This idea of chiemo, food is not there.
Yeah.
in Kanu, food is not there. In Migori, and lorries of certain funerals, certain cereals are being taken by well-fed politicians. It's a stupid idea, if I may use that word.
It's the right one. Viewers, I hope you like this particular video. Don't forget to like it if you already like it at this moment. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you like this particular video, don't forget to give it your comment. I want you to share this video as many times as you can. Now, I know you have a certain talent. I want you to give us a bit of it, because I've seen a certain talent which you have, and I want to share with my fellow viewers this particular talent, so that you can also share the talent you have, so that anybody who's watching this particular content and would like to host you, would like to call you for an holiday, you entertain them.
Well, yes.
Yes.
When you talk of
talent.
cultural, or rather talent,
Yes.
performing talents,
Yes.
or even other performances like in athletics and in in other areas.
Yeah.
We have also made we have created another disconnect there.
In sports.
Yes. Our sports, competitive sports,
Yeah.
we cannot rule out what the white people brought here as athletics. And the athletics and football,
Yeah.
those ones are very okay.
Yeah.
In our schools, we should also bring in or revive the performances of our indigenous, rather traditional musical instruments like roto, nyatiti. If you go down here at our place called the Chief's Camp,
Yes.
there was a very good roto player. He was called Uhuru Buddha Kong.
Okay. Those days, yes.
Yes. And Uhuru, the son of a Kong, in their home, I did research onto traditional nyatiti playing, although myself, I have never taken the nyatiti because there are no makers around.
Okay.
Yes, but I did some research there.
Now, viewers, let us have some fun here. He's going to entertain us.
What I carry here with me
Yes.
is a Spanish instrument.
Spanish instrument.
It's not an English instrument.
Spanish.
Spanish.
Wow.
It's the Spaniards who developed the guitar.
Yeah.
But the Englishman did not want to popularize this instrument because he would have been popularizing Spanish culture.
Yes.
So he brought with him the piano, which is not actually an English, musical instrument.
Yeah.
The piano is an Italian instrument. So the Englishman was hesitant to also popularize the piano. This is why there is an absence of the piano and the guitar in our schools. But they play the role of stringed instruments in a good way. What the English did is that they popularized what we call the accordion. Accordion, onanda.
Oh, this one which is being played this way?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yes. And even during the Second World War, they took an old man from, they took a man from Weoma. That is one of my maternal clans people.
Okay.
Called a Tone.
Okay.
Tone Kuuche.
So as you play this, and we enjoy it, now how old is this particular instrument?
This one, I just took it from a friend.
Okay.
So its age I don't know.
So play it. Let us enjoy it.
But if I don't play very well, it is because, let me see. If I don't play very well, you'll excuse me. There might be
no
tension
problem.
because of the interview. But I'll try.
Just play it.
Well, what I'll play is not a Luo song.
Yeah. It's okay.
You know,
we will
in
enjoy
Africa here,
yeah,
the main guitar players, you know them?
I don't know. Maybe teach me.
The
Congolese.
The Congolese.
The Congolese. I got it right.
Both the Democratic Republic of Congo and Congo Brazzaville.
Congo Brazzaville.
Both are Congos.
So have you had an opportunity to be there?
Not at all.
So would you like to go there when getting the opportunity?
If you avail it, I'll even go as I am.
Viewers, if you are watching this particular content and you have an opportunity to take our elder here to Congo Brazzaville, please, you are watching this particular channel, get in touch with me, put your contacts in the comment section, let me connect with you so that you can take our elder to Congo Brazzaville to sharpen his skills as we enjoy this particular instrument. Play.
I'll play a work of music played by a band that was in Congo way back from the 1950s.
Oh, yes.
It is the founding band.
Okay.
The Congolese have very many musical bands.
Okay.
But the principal band there was not OK Jazz or Orchestra Kinshasa of Franco.
Okay.
The principal band there was African Jazz.
African Jazz.
Led by one man called Joseph Kabasele, whose name was also taken by Uchien Kabasele from Assembly.
Oh, yes.
Joseph Kabasele and African Jazz played very many beautiful songs.
Okay. Nice.
Like this one, just to give you the opening.
Okay.
When Lumumba was assassinated by the Americans,
The Americans, yes.
the African
The
just...
Patrice Lumumba.
Yes, Patrice Lumumba.
Yes.
African just composed a song.
So this is what we are going to play.
No, I'll play another one. But
Play.
This is just the opening of how Lumumba's song was done.
Okay.
I will play Lumumba's song. When you come back here,
Yeah.
I will have refined everything and give you.
Okay.
Mm.
Let's do it.
Wa ba ba, Lumumba. Wa ba ba. That is the opening statement of African
Wow,
jazz.
that is very nice, viewers.
But-
That's very nice. That's very, very nice.
That is the opening statement.
Okay.
You know, you see, there is a lot of heavy feeling in that introduction.
Yes.
Because here they were mourning the death
Of Patrice
of
Lumumba.
Patrice Lumumba, the first prime minister of the Congo.
Yes.
And I love that song.
Now, as we...
But I'm going to play this one.
Okay.
It's called Ngonga Ebetie.
Ngonga Ibitie.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Ngonga Ebetie means the hour has reached or gone.
Okay, the hour, Ngonga Ibitie means the hour has reached.
Yes.
Okay.
Or let me play Reformation ya Bilombe, that is reformation of our cultures.
Repeat it, please.
Reformation ya Bilombe.
Rishomashashua Bilombe.
Reformation.
Okay, play.
Lelo reformation, ban Afrika lelo yona esengo. Ebandeli na biso ya kati ya capital, tika ngo tosepela. Lelo reformation, ban Afrika lelo yona esengo. Ebandeli na biso ya kati ya capital, tika ngo tosepela. Lelo reformation, reformation ya Bilombe. Lelo reformation, reformation ya Bilombe. Lelo reformation, reformation ya Bilombe. Give me time to refine.
Thank you
But
so
I'll
much. But I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed. Now I want you to face the camera as we wind up this very, very interesting interview. Tell the people who are watching this particular video if they will want you to entertain them, because I know there are people who are watching this particular content that they would like to invite you, maybe to entertain them during their weddings, or maybe they want to be entertained during their anniversary. Where can they get them? Share your platform. Maybe you have a telephone number. I can pin it there. They'll be calling you personally. You go and entertain them. Maybe when they are having a wine and dining. Your number, please, facing the camera.
My number.
Yes.
My number is I beg your pardon, 0726 971302.
Can you repeat again?
0726 971302.
Viewers, you have got the number. If you have got any gig, and you want the elder to come entertain you, you can call him, give him enough time so that he can have the practice, get some new nice songs where he can sing for you and play the guitar, and also promote this particular elder. Remember, it's a race against poverty. We are not racing against each other. We are just entertaining each other and giving the best that we have to offer. This particular channel is the only channel that gives you the opportunity to watch real, exact, accurate, and specific content.
Let me remember another
Yes.
song.
Yes, play.
Call me this one. called Lelona Lobby.
Lelona Lobby.
Lelona Lobby means today and tomorrow.
Oh, Lelona Lobby.
Yeah.
Okay, play it.
Lelona Lobby toko yuka kuma kumbele kumbeliye nalobeliyo ya solo sherie Lelona Lobby toko yuka kuma kumbele kumbeliye nalobeliyo ya solo sherie.
Now that's the chorus now.
Yeah. Tumbuki mama, binana rumba, bainina, tumbuki mama, binana rumba, bainina, tumbuki mama.
Wow. That's very, very nice. Viewers, I hope you have liked this particular video. We have come to the ultimate end of this particular
Two songs by African jazz.
Okay. Very, very interesting interview. I hope you like it. Don't forget to give it a like. Share it as many times as you can. Don't forget also to put your comments in the comment section. I've given you the number. Check the number of the elder on the comment section below. Contact him for a gig. If you have any event, call him. Book him in advance so that he can have enough training session.
Yes.
And any other thing that maybe you have forgotten?
There are very many disconnects that I want to discuss with you.
Okay.
So that we find our proper grounding.
Yes.
Including even
Yes.
our social cohesion.
Yes.
As a community.
Yes. Now,
that one sounds partisan because I am now narrowing down to the Luo community.
Now I'm coming to that.
Yes.
If you are given an opportunity, facing this camera,
Yes.
if you are given an opportunity to change something in the current world, what is it that you would have liked to change? One thing.
One thing.
If you are given an opportunity, just I want you to change this. What is it?
That's a large question, but I would like to change how we look at every component of our life and give it the indigenous content, whether it is through agriculture, through education, through health, through politics, through social cohesion, indigenize it so that it becomes useful and respectable. Today, there are so many other controversies surrounding what we should do and what we should not do. Others are imposed by the so-called government. Remember, Kenya as a government was not created when any Luo or any Kalenjin or any Turkana or any Pokot sat down to create Kenya. We have our communities, and our communities must observe who they are before they are talked to by the so-called political leaders.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. Viewers, you have come to the ultimate end of this particular interview. Remember, I was just showcasing an elder here, the many talents he has. He has taught us the paradigm shift in the way of doing things. He has also taught us some of the things that we need to do right. We should go back to our indigenous ways of doing things so that we can realize the lost life, the lost glory, the lost files, and everything that we may have lost during the paradigm shift. Now, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to this awesome channel.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Yes.
But come again.
I'll
because you know, dimensions of human knowledge or human culture are several, and we must explore them properly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. We have come to the end. Bye-bye. Let's meet.